Welcome to the Self-Centered Cafe. This is my Wash, Shingle, and Go tutorial. For this tutorial, I use my son Jordan. As you can see, he has dry hair that he just likes to pick out and wear it in its natural texture. So I decided that I would co-wash his hair with some regular Hello Hydration conditioner just to moisturize it, to get it to just feel good and get a good slip so that for the wash, shingle, and go, it could really bring out his curl pattern. So here I'm just getting a really good amount of conditioner just to put in his hair because it's been a while since I have actually really done anything to his hair because like I said, he likes the natural afro texture. So here I'm just lathering up the conditioner just to moisturize his hair and really just clean it, all the while softening it up because he really needs a good washing. And I'm sure you all are familiar with how to wash and detangle hair. So I've sped up the recording just so you can kind of get a feel of what I'm doing. Right here I'm just kind of combing the conditioner through because his hair was a little tangled. So this is the same method I'll use to shingle it, but I'm doing this to kind of detangle it to get all the conditioner through his hair. And I got a wide tooth goody comb, just combing it through. As you can see, nothing special. I want to show you all that anybody with short hair can use this technique. You don't have to have really soft hair, really good quote unquote hair, as a lot of people like to say. In my opinion, all hair is good hair. If it's growing from your head and you take care of it well, we'll call that good hair. So I'm continuing to detangle his hair throughout this part of the tutorial. And I'm taking my time, even though it's going a little fast right now. I'm taking my time because even though his hair is short, I still don't want to break it. I don't want to damage it by combing it too roughly. So here, as you can see around his edges, I'm kind of taking my time, starting from the ends and working its way up. Didn't have much hair shed. As you can see, when you use conditioner, you won't lose a lot of hair when you are co-washing or conditioner washing. And here I'm just rinsing it out thoroughly with cool water. Anytime you wash out conditioner, you want to seal that cuticle. So use a cool temperature, as cold as you can bear it. I like to use really cold water because I noticed that with my hair or even with the children's hair, it's soft. And I've rinsed all the conditioner out. And as you can see, his curl pattern is showing a little bit through. I've slowed the recording down. And I'm just looking through it just to show you what his pattern, his curl pattern is like once I washed all the conditioner out. And I'm just basically giving you all a good view of his hair. I've washed all the conditioner out. And now I'm about to start shingling it. I'm using As I Am leave-in conditioner. And I like this. I actually got that from the hair show that I went to in Atlanta this year. It's a pretty good leave-in conditioner. It has pretty good slip, so I really enjoy it. As you can see, my son is really not too enthused about being in this video, but hey, he's been a good sport. So I'm going to take that leave-in conditioner and just kind of rub it through his hair. Really saturate all of his strands and moisturize it and just kind of work it through his scalp and just really get it all the way through. That's what you want to do with your leave-in because we're using this as a as a base. His hair was already saturated with water, so I'm putting in that leave-in conditioner and just really working it through. Just work it through and work it through as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm really taking my time. Now I'm getting ready for the shingling process, and I'm going to use a rat tail comb. And I'm using, as you can see, the Ampro olive oil gel. I really like that because it's thicker than the Eco. And for the washing lingo, it really defines the curls in my opinion. So that's my gel of choice. And I'm just using some hair clips to separate the hair from what I'm working with. So just really clamping it up, because when you shingle, you don't want to shingle too much at a time, especially if your hair has a little length to it. So I'm separating it in small sections, just enough that I can really work with and define that curl pattern. So I've clamped up that section. And as you can see, it's not very big, maybe 1.5 inches wide. And I'll get my wide tooth comb just to kind of comb it through to make sure there aren't any snags or any tangles that I've left out. So I reach for my gel, and you really get as much as you want. There's no good or wrong amount. You just get as much as needed. And as you can see, I'm using the claw method. I get that term from Coily Head Chick. Just kind of claw your fingers through the hair, and it really just kind of defines those curls. And I like to spray a little water on it to keep it moist. And in my water, it's not just regular water. I do add aloe vera juice to my water. To me, it just moisturizes the hair a little bit more. But right here, I'm just shingling. That's the term that's used in the natural hair community. I'm just working my fingers through each section. And as you can see, it kind of defines those curls. And that's the method I use. And I'm gonna keep it at the regular pace so you can kind of get a feel of exactly what I am doing during this shingle method. And you do it as much as desired before moving to the next section. And I've shingled that section, so I'm going to move to the next section. And I'll get my rat tail comb, divide off about another inch and a half. It really depends on how wide you want your section to be. I like to work in smaller sections. To me, you get a more defined curl. When you work in larger sections, to me, it's not a clean wash, shingle, and go, because you'll have some patches that are more defined than others. So I like to work in smaller sections. As your hair grows, your section sizes will vary and change. But with this length of hair, you want to work with smaller sections, especially if you want a really defined look. Again, I'll section that off and get my wide tooth comb, kind of comb through it, make sure there are no snags. I'll grab more of my Ampro olive oil gel and just begin to shingle again. And this is the process that you will use with the wash, shingle, and go. It's not very time consuming. It just really depends on how experienced you are in doing this. I've done this so many times that I can really knock it out quickly. But for this tutorial, I'm really taking my time because I want to teach those naturals who have possibly just gotten the TWA and just made the big chop. They want to do something other than just wearing a textured fro. And with this, I'm adding a little bit more water, as you can see, because you want the hair to be not totally saturated, but you do want it to be moist. You want it to be workable. I've found that when you spray water along with the gel, your curls are so much more defined. And here I'm just raking through, and I'll grab up a little bit of the portions that I've already shingled, but I'm just working my fingers through and through just to get it to where I want it to look. And as you can see, those curls are just popping up. Just popping up. I'm sure I'll have some that will ask, well, what's his curl type? I'm not really into hair typing, but for his hair, I would say that he's about I'm gonna go with between a 3C and a 4A. 4B in certain areas. His hair can be really, really loose in some areas, but as you can see, I've sped it up some, and you can see how I'm almost halfway through at this point. But those curls are really, really forming. He normally doesn't wear his hair in this style, but I wanted to do the wash, shingle, and go in a fashion that you all can really see what I'm doing. I didn't want to do it on my hair because a lot of you may not be able to get the gist of it. But doing it on someone else's hair, you can really see and get a feel of how you are able to maintain this style. So here I'm just parting those sides off. As you can see, I'm still working in small sections, not very big. Spraying a little bit more of that water, raking my fingers through, and just really, really getting that to work for me. Hey, it's a fabulous, fabulous thing that you can do with your hair. I think it's super cute, even when your hair is longer. The wash, shingle, and go is something that when I really don't have a lot of time and I want something that's easy breezy, this is what I go to, the wash, shingle, and go. Hey, I'm finishing up on this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below. And as always, thank you for coming and hang out with me at the Self-Centered Cafe. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know how you like it.